Let me introduce myself and tell you why I'm here and what it is that I can bring to you through the experiences that I've had. Over the last 20 years, after Jesus appeared to me physically at a Hay House convention in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. At the time, I was a practicing lawyer at that time for 15 years or so. I'm still a practicing lawyer. I've been practicing for 30 years. Basically, what I deal with all day long and for the last 30 years with my clients have been situations that have involved fear of some sort, sadness of some sort, depression of some sort, sickness of some sort. So I've been schooled in dealing with people in very, very difficult situations. When Jesus appeared to me at the Hay House convention, I was sitting in a James von Praagh seminar, and we did an exercise where the lights went down, and Mr. von Praagh, who is a well-known psychic, said to kind of lose your judgment, drop what you think you see, and then see what you see. And after the lights went down, I turned to my partner behind me. He was a big blonde man from New Jersey. And within a minute or so, the big blonde man from New Jersey was no longer sitting there. But there was a figure sitting there, a man sitting there with a hood, long hair, and a beard within a couple of feet of me. And he just essentially smiled at me. For some reason, I wasn't surprised. I should have been. I wasn't shocked, and I really should have been. But I wasn't. I didn't know what I was looking at. It just kind of was there. He was there. And what he did was smile. After I left the convention, or after I left that particular seminar, I walked out into the convention hall, and to my left, I saw this painting. And the man that was running the booth that the painting was in came running over and said, "What do you know about this painting?" I said, I said at some point, I just saw this person sitting across from me in James von Praagh's seminar. He came over and took my picture because he recognized that there was a real resemblance between myself and the picture. And at that time, unlike these pictures, I didn't even have long hair at that time. He sent the photograph. He told me that the painting was sent to Fort Lauderdale by Joanne Maka, who's an angel artist in Chicago at the time. And she didn't know why she was sending it to Fort Lauderdale. She knew that it had to go. So he sent the photographs of myself and this painting to Chicago, which ended up allowing me to speak in Chicago about the experience. And that was 20 years ago, and from that point on, my life has changed. Why I'm here today is because the easiest way to put it is that Jesus has asked me to be here today. He didn't ask me yesterday, he asked me 20 years ago. I didn't know he was asking, and what he has asked me to do through the study of the Course in Miracles, and that came into my life at about that time as well, is to help people, first to help myself with fear, to help myself with sadness, or to help myself with depression or discouragement, because that's what we all deal with, and that's what this world is about. The world that was not created by God is a world that wants us to believe that it can tell us how to feel. And what Jesus' message is through myself, and that essentially what I do is inspired speaking. I ask him what to say, he tells me. I use that both as I'm speaking here today, and I use it in my practice of law. When I do as he directs me to do, when I say as he directs me to say, just in the last 2 days, just on legal issues in my practice, things happened that never would have happened had I not listened to him. What he wants us to know is that sadness isn't needed, depression isn't needed, and any form of fear is not needed. That's what I want to help you with. I would like you to walk away from here today feeling happier, feeling lighter, feeling better about yourself.